Sura Yasin verses 48 to 50. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون. And they say, when will this promise come to pass if you are truthful? They are not awaiting for aught but a single fatal blast which will overtake them while they are disputing amongst themselves. Then they shall not be able to make a bequest, nor shall they be able to return unto their families. Pagans have not any proof for the denial of the hereafter, and only by asking this question that when will be hereafter they mock it. When the hereafter comes, neither the tongue can speak, nor is the foot able to escape. Following the mentioning, the weak and pretext-seeking logic of the disbelievers concerning expanding referred to in the former verses, in these verses the words are about their mockery unto the establishment of the hereafter, and with a decisive answer, the Quran nullifies their hollow logic about the denial of resurrection. In addition, the discussions stated through former verses in the field of monotheism are completed with the discussions of resurrection. At first it says, and they say, when will this promise come to pass if you are truthful? They implicitly say, the fact that you cannot define a proper time for the establishment of hereafter is an evidence upon the matter that you are not truthful in your statement. In answer to this question, which is accompanied with derision, the Holy Quran firmly and honestly implies that the establishment of the hereafter and the end of this world is not a complicated matter for Allah, and it is not a difficult thing for Him. When it says they are not awaiting for aught but a single fatal blast which will overtake them while they are disputing amongst themselves. This very single great heavenly blast is enough to take the soul of every one of them immediately in any place and any state they are, and to change their material existing lives, which contain disputations, constant quarrels, into a silent world, vacant from any sound and noise. In Islamic narrations, it has been narrated from the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam that this heavenly blast occurs so suddenly that before that the two people who are bargaining and have spread a cloth can roll it, the world will end. And there will be some people that at that moment have taken some food from the plate, but before it reaches their mouth, the heavenly blast comes and the whole world finishes. There will be some people who are busy mending a pool in order that they water their cattle, but before their cattle become satiated, the hereafter comes forth. The Quranic sentence Ma yanzurun here means they are not awaiting, because, as Rakib says in Mufradat, the Arabic stem nazar means the circulation of thought and observing or conceiving something. Sometimes it is used in the sense of deliberation and research, and also in the sense of knowledge resulted from research. The Arabic term sayha, blast, originally means cleaving a piece of food or cloth and arising a sound from it. Then it has been used for any loud sound and cry. Sometimes it has been applied for the length of the body. The Arabic phrase yakhasimun is derived from khusumat in the sense of quarrel and dispute. But on what thing do they dispute? This meaning has not been mentioned in the verse, but it is clear that the purpose is to dispute upon the worldly matter and the affairs of the material life. But some commentators have taken it in the sense of disputation upon resurrection, while the first meaning seems more fitting, though it is not improbable that taking a consistent meaning which includes both of them and envelopes any kind of disputation is also possible. But it is certain that the purpose is not they themselves, but the purpose is the kind of them. It is the kind of those who are neglectful and unaware of resurrection, because they died and did never see this heavenly blast. However, by this short and decisive statement, the Quran warns them that firstly, hereafter will be suddenly established, and secondly, it is not complicated matter that they would be busy disputing and quarreling about its possibility. Everything will be ended by a single blast, and the world will be finished. Then, in the third verse, it implies that this subject will so quickly and suddenly happen that they will not be able even to make a bequest or return to their houses or to their families. It says, when they shall not be able to make a bequest, nor shall they be able to return unto their families. When an event happens for a person, and he usually feels that the end of his life is near, wherever he is, he tries to go home in order to be among his family, with his wife and children. Then by testament, he gives his half-done affairs and the fate of his remaining persons to others, that this or that person would undertake them and recommend to other persons. But the blast of the end of the world gives no respite to anyone, and supposing there will be a respite, does anyone remain alive to listen to the recommendations of the people? Or, for example, the wife and children sit by the spouse and the father, and take his head in the bosom so that he dies peacefully. Nay, none of these things is possible. And that the word a bequest has been used in an infinitive form, it points to this fact that they will not even have the chance of a small bequest and a recommendation either. Sadaqallahul Aliyul Azim wa sadaqa Rasulallahul Karim wa nahnu ala dhalika minash shahidin wa shakirin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.